Hello, everyone. Jacquie Edwards here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, today we are going to be talking about a topic that I have been getting asked about very, very, very frequently lately, and that is Brexit and rent to rent. Now, Brexit has been a hot topic for what seems like forever now, and I don't want to go into the details of pros and cons and how I feel about Brexit, but I wanted to talk about it in uh, in in how it will impact your rent to rent business or almost any other business, your property investing journey. So right now with Brexit, there is a lot of uncertainty. And generally in the world of business, uncertainty is not really the best thing. It doesn't make companies want to hire employees. They don't want to do a big hiring spree right now because there's uncertainty. They don't know what's going to happen, how Brexit is going to impact their business. The same thing for your potential tenants. They are not looking to move at the moment. So, people aren't, moving as much. They're not just saying, oh, I don't really like living here. I want to go somewhere else, just because of that uncertainty. Because again, they're not quite as sure of their jobs, because what if their company has a big impact from Brexit and the company has to shut down or lay off jobs or whatever it is. So and people don't know what's going to happen, and people don't make big decisions when there's a lot of uncertainty about things. And again, Brexit is causing a lot of uncertainty. So that's where I see Brexit impacting rent to rent. So I don't see Brexit as having like a massive overarching impact on rent to rent at the moment. Yes, we don't know exactly where we're going and what's happening, but no matter what decision gets made, whether we go or whether we stay or how we go, whatever happens, as a business and as a business owner, there will be a way to, figure out how to make it work for your business. So, it isn't going to instantly be that all the tenants, all the Europeans are going to leave the UK. There's a way for them to apply for settlements. It's not all going to happen instantly. It's not going to be like one day they're here in the UK, the next day they'll have to be gone, and now we don't have tenants for our properties. So, and it's not like there's going to be massive rule changes because of Brexit that are going to cause issues with your rent to rent business. Now, there may be some changes that come along and that occur, but again, it'll be gradual and it'll be over time. It's not all going to be instant overnight that it's going to happen. So right now, the only things that I'm seeing in the marketplace that are making a difference for rent to rent or any property business is just the uncertainty. So there's not as many tenants moving right now. So if you take on a new rent to rent property right now, there are not as many people looking for rooms, just because if people are happy and comfortable, even if they're not happy, if they're reasonably comfortable where they are and there's no pressing need for them to move, then they're going to stay where they are until they feel more comfortable and confident with the economy and with kind of Brexit and certainty that it's going to provide once we've got a decision and a plan. And with landlords, I don't see it quite as much, the uncertainty. So it will depend on kind of their background, their jobs. Are they European? Are they English? What are they thinking about things? And where, again, and what is their company thinking about things? So maybe if the owner of the property is European and they're here with a company that, might end up moving back to Europe, depending on how things go with Brexit, then that person might not want to be making a 5-year commitment with their property here in the UK, because they might end up going back to wherever their country is and, working back there, and they might not want to keep a property in the UK. But again, that's going to be a small percentage of the people that you're going to be talking to. So in the grand scheme of things, Brexit is not making a material difference to a rent-to-rent business, and it shouldn't be anything that you're letting hold you back from either getting started in your rent-to-rent business or going out and finding more properties. You will need to just be a bit more conservative on your numbers up front and with how long you think it will take you to fill your rooms. Again, just because not as many people are moving at the moment. Now, we are just coming out of the kind of low seasonal period. So over the winter, there tends to be less tenants moving around just in general, just because who wants to move when it's cold and miserable and gray outside unless you absolutely have to. And normally in the kind of seasonality of, property rental business, the spring and summer is when everything starts to pick up. A lot more tenants start to move. The weather gets nicer. People start to make changes. So that's where there's just a little bit of a slowdown. Is I don't see quite as many people moving. Not saying that nobody is moving and that there's no tenants looking for rooms. There will always be people looking for rooms. So you just have to think, when I'm taking on a new property, it might take me just a little bit longer to fill the rooms, or maybe my price has to be just slightly lower, or my quality has to be just slightly higher to make sure that I'm better than the competition. And that's what I think you need to think about. Now, there are so many kind of legislation changes on the books right now, and so many things happening in the market, that I don't think you need to worry about Brexit. It should not be something that keeps you awake at night. It should not be something that you're thinking, oh my gosh, should I just scrap this whole property thing because we don't know what's going to happen with Brexit? And I understand that, we're feeling uncertainty as well. As property investors, you're kind of wondering, is this the time to jump in, or should I wait till there's already a change in the market? Should I wait till there's a decision made? I don't think you should wait. I think you should just, again, be more conservative on your numbers, but still go for it. It's, we don't know when a decision is going to get made. Governments, politicians, they could just put it off forever because, I don't know, it gives them something to talk about, and they like to be able to argue with each other. Whatever it could be, this could drag on for a long time. And if you wait for, external forces to get sorted out before you jump into your new business, then you could be waiting forever, because there will always be something else that'll say, oh, maybe I should just wait till that's figured out. Or maybe I should just wait till after the tenant fee ban comes in. Or maybe I should just wait until, now this new Section 21 thing is getting talked about. Maybe I'll just wait till everybody's figured that out, and then I'll jump in, and then I'll wait till Brexit, and then you'll never get started. There is always a way to figure things out. Sorry, everything is figure outable, as one of my mentors says. So just go in, be conservative, make sure you're running your numbers, make sure you're understanding where your market is right now in your part of the country, and you will be absolutely fine. Everything is figure outable. If something comes up, you will be able to figure it out. There is a solution for everything. So, Brexit, don't worry about it. You've got this, and I will see you again next week.